So let's talk about what self-care actually is, because it's kind of become this buzzword over the last few years that's gotten sensationalized in the media as like bubble baths and chocolate cake, which granted, sometimes it is. I'm not against a good bubble bath and chocolate cake night, but it's a little more than that. So I want to bring us to an analogy, okay? Think about caring for someone who's dependent on you, a child, a pet, whatever resonates for you in your life, and think of how you would care for that individual, right? Would you give them everything that they want, right? Maybe sometimes you would. Maybe sometimes it would be about giving them what they want, right? And sometimes what they want might not be what's good for them, right? Like the kid who wants to have ice cream for dinner every night, right? While that would be great, maybe one or two nights, every single night does not help growing up strong and healthy and all that good stuff. With pets, when they your dog really wants to eat your chocolate, right? But it like kills their kidneys or liver or whatever it is in dogs that doesn't like chocolate. You don't give it to them because you know it's not good for them ultimately in the long run, and you care for them, right? Because you care about them, you limit things that aren't good for them, right? So self-care, when we break it down, is caring for ourselves, right? So if we think of our body like an individual that's reliant on us to care for it, just like that dog or just like that child or cat or whatever it may be, when you think of our bodies like that, you can kind of feel that, or I can feel that responsibility that I have to care for my body, right? So sometimes that means not giving myself what I want, right? Sometimes that means doing the hard thing, doing the thing that maybe I don't want to do in the moment because I know long term it's going to help me down the road. So this can be in so many different areas. It can be, I think a lot of people automatically think of exercise, automatically think of eating healthy. It can even be setting boundaries in your personal relationships, or saying no when you have an overloaded social schedule, or reducing hours at work, or setting limits in your workplace around what jobs you do or do not take on. What else? There's so many different ways. It can be setting a sleep schedule, drinking more water during the day. You know, any of those kind of areas, that's all self-care. That's all caring for our bodies, caring for our minds, making sure that our bodies and minds and selves have what they need. So talk to me. What are you thinking with this? How are ways that you practice self-care that maybe aren't the standard self-care practices? And yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear some of the tactics you guys use, and I'll share a few of my own.